5:45 p.m. Tuesday, December 18th, 2018. Episode number 691 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth. Joseph Romatelli.
You can't do that to me before I got to... You get me in a zone. That's all I'm asking for.
It's so fucking dark and cold and wintry, and I fucking hate it, man.
Happy Honda days.
Happy Honda days to you, too.
Man? Hey, let's make
What are those Honda nice guys called? What are those guys called? Well, they call you up and they're like, guess what?
Guess what?
I'll trim your pubes for you. We're coming over right now.
Heard you manscape. We're sending a team over. Let's make this a December to remember.
With the Honda boys.
No, that's Lexus, right?
Got it.
Let's make this a December to remember.
By giving a used car to your loved one.
By going to CarMax, getting a used Lexus, and wrapping a bow around it.
Yeah, man. I hope someone gets me a Lex for Xmas.
Xbox? Oh, you thought you said Xbox. No, I said Lexus.
I said Lexus.
Fuck.
My bad.
My bad.
I can't return it, so.
You own it.
You own it.
Episode 691 of Yeah Dude, America Through the Eyes of Two American Americans. Just quickly, I want to let you in on a new Glade jar candle. I don't have it. I'm going to run it by you. I get so excited about all of our talk.
Is it seasonal?
I don't think so.
So it's part of the
part of
standard collection then.
Not part of the Bohemian
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
So it's going right into the
collection. Not part of that. The Marwin collection by Glade. These candles suck.
Caramel Corel. From the Marwin collection.
I got hit. The candle?
Every time I smell this candle, I feel like I got hit in the head.
I got hit in the head by a candle. The Glade Moonlit Walk in Wandering Stream.
Sure.
A little long. Wait, is it? Is it a moonlit walk or is it a wandering stream?
What does a walk smell like?
Let me tell you.
What does moonlight smell like?
What is a stream?
What does a stream smell like? Besides rotting fish.
Moonlit walk. It's not even moonlit walk next to one. It's moonlit walk and wandering stream.
So it's two smells combined.
Yes.
You're not you're not wandering through a stream.
No. But you are, I guess technically you have to be walking at night. Moonlit.
Yes. Alongside a stream.
We'll see. The twinkling of stars and light from the moon.
Nothing smells so far.
Okay.
Nothing has a distinct odor that I know of.
Accompany the elegant floral fragrance of jasmine and lily.
NB Jazz, we know all about that. It's wafting through our windows as we speak.
While the rippling of water beckons from afar.
Don't think water has an odor to it, and if it does, it's probably something's wrong with it.
But it has a feeling, and a feeling can give you a sense of smell.
All right.
No? Sit back. Let the mysterious romance of evening take you away.
The smell of night.
I'm not smelling anything yet. The scent of night blooming jasmine.
NB Jazz, we know.
Evening primrose and musk.
We're in.
Join notes of fragrant white flowers and water lily for a romantically rich fragrance.
Absolutely.
With soft, powdery undertones.
Don't like the powdery, but everything else is definitely in my
Is that going to be
wheelhouse
a bedroom or a studio?
That is going to be a studio.
Studio. 2019 studio fragrance.
Yeah.
Brand ambassadors for Glade, Moonlit Walk, and I'll be Moonlit Walk, you be Wandering Stream.
I love white.
That's our native names.
I love those. I love White Flower Lily, NB Jazz. I love all that. Gardenia.
This is going to be amazing. The rippling of water, it beckons you. That's very you hear a babbling
Babbling Brook.
Babbling brook.
There was these candles that were pretty popular a couple of years ago that used a cedar wick. So rather than a rope, it was a thin piece of wood, and the thing that it would do is it would crackle.
Oh.
And so it would create a sound and a bit of a smell of its own of the cedar burning.
All the senses.
So you kind of you're getting a smell, but you're also getting this sort of pop and crackle. Yeah.
Wow. That's to say that these Glade jars, we don't know what the fucking wicks are made of. They could literally,
Oh, it's definitely bad for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like whatever they make Doritos out of are the same thing that the candles are made of.
Actually, the wick is a Dorito.
It's a Funyun.
Tiny little bit of residue.
I think
so that's our 2019 studio fragrance.
Studio death fragrance.
Thank you, Glade. They never made it to 2020.
They poison the air.
What happened? They poisoned the studio with their native names, Moonlit Walk and Wandering Stream.
I've talked about huffing that shit, right?
About huffing
Glade?
scrubbing bubbles or Glade?
Glade.
Pledge or
Glade.
Okay.
You have to wrap a rag around it. And the main thing to remember, which becomes harder and harder to do the more you do it, because you're
Leaving the earth.
killing your brain, is to keep rotating the rag, because it will back
Maybe
up
we could-
and then you get a mouthful of
Maybe
Glade.
we could design a product that rotates for you.
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
For huffing Glade.
And we've done it.
Yet again.
Yet again.
You get
UID branded Glade
Glade huffing,
Huff and Puffs.
rotating rag.
Rotating raggin.
Rotating rag and wagon.
Does it for you. Just let your hands be free.
Hands-free huffing from UhhYeahDude.
Rotate for me, please.
USA Today snapshots. 86% of professionals admit that saying only nice things during a reference check could backfire if the hired person does not perform well.
When? Not if.
So does that mean... I don't understand what that means.
Oh, Jonathan? Oh,
The best.
you're talking about Jonathan.
So good at the number balancing.
Oh, my God. At the being there on time? You'll never have a problem with that.
Bye.
Goodbye. Fuck.
But then...
He's going to come back to...
But how could it come back to you? What did they call you and are like you
hey,
lied?
He's always 10 minutes late. He says 10 minutes is on time.
What happens?
I guess.
What happens? I mean, if
Never
it's
You've burned it. You've burned it.
like an animal surgeon, yeah, maybe it could backfire on you.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
like,
guess.
If this is if you're, it can't be your fault if the person that's hiring relies on calling a complete stranger
how
to
would-
tell you if this person's worthwhile, then
guy
you're
or-
a fucking idiot,
You're
and
fucked.
like you deserve to
do
get
it yourself.
fucked.
I already got fucked. That's why he's going over to you. Now you get fucked.
No, it's your problem.
Fuck. I got a fucking room full of fucks here. I'm sick of these calls.
Quit calling me.
Quit calling me, everybody. They would still be here.
I don't understand that.
Oh, man. Oh, she's fantastic.
One of the best.
Oh, my Lord. Jennifer? One of the best.
Yeah. Poetry in motion on that thing. On that machine that you're hiring her for. Sorry.
Yeah, they look-
That was just...
Oh, whatever that machine is that you hired her for, it's poetry in motion. It's a lawnmower. Well, get ready for
Just
design.
Just wait.
Get ready for design.
But I guess, yeah. I mean...
What are you going to do?
But if you say anything, it's just like those surveys that were like, if you were to answer those surveys honestly that the people ask you to answer after they've not helped you with your problem on the phone. I mean, if you were like, you know, on a scale of 1 to 5, how was your experience? And you say 4.5, like they get fired like the next day. Like it's all or nothing.
Replaced.
So it's the same thing. Like, what do you say with your references? Like, well,
Anything lower than a 9, they're fired.
yeah. I mean, it's literally, you know, how can you, if you're calling for a personal reference and you say anything remotely suspect, the person, that's it. It's
Even
kiss
hesitate.
of death.
Like, Jonathan?
Who? Oh. No, he's great. No. I'm sorry. I just got confused.
I said Jimathan again. I
Thought you meant Jimathan. He's still with us. He's still
Jimathan
here.
and his brother are with us. Jonathan. Yeah. So, yeah, you don't...
You gotta fucking lie.
Over. You gotta lie. They didn't lie right here. They
About
didn't lie with this list.
of
I've got a list right here. It comes out at the end of every year. It's the Blacklist. This was compiled from the suggestions of over 300 Hollywood film executives, each of whom contributed the names of up to 10 of their favorite screenplays that were written in or somehow uniquely associated with the year 2018, and they've not begun principal photography during this calendar year.
and nor will they, mostly of them, right?
Oh, they probably all will. Every movie you see is on this list. Now, it's been said many times, but it is worth repeating. The Blacklist is not a best of list, Jonathan. It is a most liked list. So these are the screenplays that the Hollywood elite, if I can call them that, have said, yes, let's make a movie
Sorry, just checking some messages.
Dear friend, Franklin Leonard, friend of the show. Again, maybe not after
What?
after I read. I've got a screenplay here by Michael Voyer called The Broodmare. When a recovering member of Alcoholics Anonymous decides to make amends with his high school sweetheart, he soon realizes that her newfound love of equines may have some darker, more sinister connections.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. So this guy's been getting shadracked for 20 years. He
goes to make amends to
he
his
goes to
high
AA,
school sweetheart.
Starts going through the fucking book, goes on Facebook, I guess, and finds his fucking high school sweetheart and says, "I'm going to make amends."
So goes
She's like,
to
"Don't."
stay
Like
with
no
her?
one cares. Like don't. Make
I've been
them.
blowing
This is
horses for 20 years.
Yeah, I have sinister undertones in this barn. You creep.
Sinister undertones. What does that mean?
I don't know. It's darker, sinister connections. Connections. Excuse me.
So she's like maybe prostituting the horses out
Maybe
for like those guys that get like plowed by him and stuff.
Maybe it's the guys that fuck him. She's like a high-end escort for large. I don't know. It's The Broodmare by Michael Voyer.
What is the name?
Michael Voyer.
No, the title of the film.
The Broodmare. Mare. So
Sinister.
that's we'll find out.
Well,
Maybe. No, we will. That's the beauty of this.
Definitely.
Of course.
So these movies get made. I thought
get
these
made.
are movies that get made, or get optioned but never get
No,
made.
this movie is getting made. It's called The Broodmare. I remember them talking about that 4 years ago. I think she fucks horses. All right. In Retrospect by Brett Treacy and Dan Woodward. A couple of bros, I guess. So I guess they get together at one of their apartments. And
Hollywood condo.
Yeah, Hollywood condo. And just one of them,
One of them
swings a golf club, and the other one's laying on the couch.
One writes, one just like
spitballs. Hold on, I'm getting there. I'm going there. Brett, is that you, Brett? No, it's me, Dan. Okay. When a man's estranged wife gets lost inside of her own mind during an experimental procedure, he must navigate her subconscious to find her in the memories of their past. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That can't work.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know what it is, but once you get lost inside of your own mind during an experimental procedure, it's gone off the rails.
Is that them telling us
That's
to be
them
quiet?
telling us. We wrote that.
It's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, getting banged on the wall because I'm screaming about In Retrospect by Brett Treacy and Dan Woodward. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Once you go in the mind and get lost, how do you find the memories to get back?
I don't know.
Does that happen to Maniacs?
DMT?
Isn't that what Maniacs are back about? Just a Girl by Bill Kennedy. After the United States survives a vampire war, a young human girl going through puberty learns that she may be turning into a vampire. That's not good, It's just after the vampire wars.
Post-vampire war film.
This is a post-vampire war film. And for anybody, a teenage girl in particular, going through that stage of puberty, that's a difficult time.
Yeah.
And if this is post-vampire war, it's going to be like virtually impossible.
Yeah.
Especially when you find out you are a vampire. Thank you, Bill Kennedy. How about The Beast by Aaron Salah? After a plane crash in the Pacific Ocean, a woman finds herself marooned on an island with a bloodthirsty beast. Right? It's not bad enough that you plane crashed?
That doesn't happen either.
That's terrifying, dude.
They don't happen.
Did you see Lost? So your plane crashes. Fuck. You're marooned.
On an island.
We've been to Hawaii. You fly over that. You don't know. We're on an island. And you think, this sucks.
Couldn't get any worse.
I don't even got a fucking volleyball. Can't even get worse. It gets way fucking worse because a bloodthirsty beast.
Who knows?
Thirst for blood. This isn't a woman. So what happens that time of the month on this island? Oh, fuck. This beast is bloodthirsty. Look what we have here. Totally fucked. That's The Beast by Aaron Salah. And finally, Dark by Nelson Greaves. When the crew of an oil rig begins to drill on one of the deepest stretches of the ocean floor, they awake a dark and dangerous creature that's been hidden away for hundreds of years. Didn't even fucking know about this. Just some oil riggers, some bros, having some Michelobes after a long day out on the rig. Uh-oh. Looks like we fucking disturbed something. A beast. No, the beast is...
The bloodthirsty island
bloodthirsty
one.
He's on the island with the woman. She's fucked. You guys, you're waking a creature that's been...
They're probably going to have to, like, probably team up together and, like, focus their broy rigging efforts into
maybe
slaying this thing, right?
Well, it's going to be all the guys. I mean, fucking directed by Peter Berg. You got Wahlberg. You definitely got Wahlberg on this oil rig.
It's all Roman Catholic cast.
Yeah, it's a full Roman Catholic cast, all wearing fucking crucifixes, battling this beast, the satanic beast. Is it a satanic beast?
Definitely.
Of course it is. It's been hidden for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Not today, beast. Not today. And they all just got their crosses. So those are some of the films
That will be
getting having the luxury of seeing in Hollywood.
Now, I didn't know anything about this.
Well,
and I feel like I should.
did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I should. I guess they go together.
Well, of course they do.
But which should I do first?
Do that.
All right, fine.
I just did that because
just as an
I
explanation.
just wanted it for a little. If you needed a little explanation.
So, Pornhub has released their 2018 the searches that defined 2018.
Okay, these are the definitive. If you're looking, let's say it's 20 years from now, and you
said, I want to jerk off like it's 2018.
I want to jerk off like it's 2018.
Let me pull up a list.
Hold on, I think I had a podcast you listened to. They have the list. So
20 years from now.
So let me get ready here.
There's a Spank Bank time capsule brought to you by UhhYeahDude.
Okay.
The 2018 searches that defined the year on Pornhub. Number 1, probably no surprise, Stormy Daniels. But that probably isn't purely...
That's it. I mean, that's going to be... She's already a
porn
pornographic
star.
actress.
But I think...
Association with a...
Yeah.
Okay. So that's...
Now, number 2 is Fortnite.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, because I don't understand how you mix those two. How do those two mix?
You watch the characters fuck.
But how do they fuck? Who makes them fuck?
The same people that made the game? I don't know. Is this like it's not a triple X parody.
If I didn't know you could make them fuck. If I knew that you could make that character fuck.
I don't think in the game you make them fuck. I think you recreate.
I think I play it more
Oh,
often.
I love that game.
Fortnite, second highest
For
search,
2018.
or yeah.
Pornography.
Number 3, 4K.
Makes sense. Used to watch things that were shot on tape, grainy, and I what is that? What's what? Who's who?
Yeah.
Is that going in that or is that going in that? I can't. Oh, wait a minute.
Now I see everything.
I see how it works now.
And now I
4K 2018.
almost don't want to see
Now
this anymore.
Wow. So that's what everything looks like. Okay.
4, romantic.
Interesting.
I wonder if that's
Tender.
tender. I wonder how tender and romantic that gets. No, I wonder if that's more of a couples type
It
search.
could be that things have gotten so crazy.
There's like
that just
people are just like, I just
No-
want to see someone
normal
get
fu-
wined and dined
Not
and necked
not
in
even
a car.
just not punched.
Just not
becomes-
socked in the face.
Not socked in the face. It's like, oh, that's so romantic. But it's, I mean, they're
really going for it.
It's like the 40s. Is it though?
Yeah, his foot isn't on her face.
Yeah, it's not her face pressing down. It's not like eyelashes like halfway down like her cheek. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You do it old school, like the 40s.
Number 5
So
is
we'll just call that WW2 porn. Romantic.
romantic. Yeah, exactly. Number 5, trans.
Okay.
I don't think there's
No,
anything.
in this
nothing.
time of 2018. Of acceptance.
Um,
Building things up, not tearing them down. Of body positivity.
Number 6, outdoor.
Okay. Now, is that
No.
outdoor?
Like, what?
Is that sort of solo work in the parking garage, or is that camping?
That's camping.
Okay. So not outdoors, not like we're outdoors, out in the world. It's outdoors, we're in nature.
You mean like in a mall parking lot?
Yeah.
No, that's more like That's voyeurism or whatever.
Okay.
But this is
This
more
is
like
actual.
back to
Is
nature.
that a tree?
Yeah,
God, that really turns me on.
like humping in a tent.
Oh, wow.
Number 7, tattoos.
Okay. Acceptance. Tattoos in this world.
Number 8, Tinder. So I suppose that's more of like a fantasy type scenario.
We were just meeting for coffee. Look at fucking this.
Right, but that the premise is, you know,
That can happen.
check out this nympho I met on Tinder.
Yeah. It's not really just her getting out of there quickly. Check out this nympho I met on Tinder. It's supposed to be just coffee.
Thought it was coffee. Turned into a whole lot more.
I was wrong.
Nympho alert. Now, number 9 was Bowsette. You may not know what that is. I didn't really know what it was. I didn't know what it was.
Didn't know?
And I'll explain that.
Good. I need that explained to me.
Number 10 is threesome. Again, I don't think that's any new news, really. Right? It seems to be a ongoing search amongst both male and female and otherwise non-binaries. I think threesome is just the
It's 2018.
yeah. I just think that seems to just
It's 20.
be
It's essentially 2019.
so.
It's almost illegal
to
if a third
double
person's
back
not
though
involved.
onto 9, Bowsette, according to Wikipedia, otherwise known as Koopa Jaime, is a fan-made, gender-bent version from the Mario franchise character Bowser,
Okay.
who's a baddie. Bowser's a baddie.
Okay.
Now, Bowser
Those are
has,
the baddies.
in which he has transformed to resemble the character Princess Peach, also from said franchise,
Okay.
using a power-up.
Of course.
Now, the character was
Glow up?
created.
No, a power up.
The character was created on September 19th, 2018, by an artist named
Just happened.
Ayk92, AYYK92, as part of a comic strip which he posted online. Now, Bowsette quickly rose in popularity internationally.
Yeah, obviously very quickly.
With related hashtags in English and Japanese trending on Twitter. Now, Bowsette is typically portrayed as a light-skinned blonde woman who has horns, fangs, a spiked collar,
so
and
hot.
spiked matching armbands. Oh, man. So I suppose it's sort of a gender-bent BDSM,
but a mashup
Bowser,
of a Bowser baddie
and
the
Princess Peach.
from that world, that
Yeah, so
mushroom
sort of a
type world of
so
those
it's- yeah.
Italian men.
Yes. Yes.
And it's
this
so
was
popular so quickly that
it became the number 9 most searched thing on
defining
Pornhub in
search of
2018.
that people want
People.
to see people. So, yeah.
She is. Yeah, she is a. She seems like a firecracker.
Okay.
Just from this little drawing I have.
Okay. what you're seeing,
Pistol.
what you'll be seeing later, will be much different. I'm surprised in your world that you inhabit, your anime world,
that I haven't come across.
that it just
Bowsette.
hasn't in the middle of the night in one way or another worked
Maybe
its
I
way
just wasn't aware that it was Bowsette that I was I was viewing.
like falling in love with. Oh, this beauty has a name.
I didn't realize.
Thank you, Ake.
Ayk92. That's something that will continue to
Astound you?
yeah, just sort of it's interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? It's interesting to... And I'm not going to get into this, I guess. I can't extrapolate enough on what exactly it is.
What's so interesting
about just the...
I'm with you. Not Fortnite.
No, that's what I mean.
That.
Like, I don't understand. Like, where does...
Want to watch them fuck. I guess anything you like, you just want to watch.
But is it really? Is it though? Are they watching the Fortnite characters fuck, or is it? I want to get blown while I'm playing Fortnite, so I'm gonna watch. You know what I'm saying?
Get blown by playing Fortnite? Meaning
what
like
is,
what?
Okay, when you enter Fortnite into Pornhub,
okay,
not knowing what the results will yield.
Okay,
what do you think the overall hope?
So you think the dream is that...
I'm asking you, what do you think they're hoping to see when they hit enter?
It's a beautiful woman blowing me in POV while I play this game. Because the game is my life.
That's what I mean.
The second thing I like the most is getting blown by a beautiful woman. If she could dress up like, Pam from The Office, I would die if it all happened. Or you could get a job. You could do that.
But I just wonder, is it that, or is it wanting to see sex occur within the Fortnite universe?
Yeah, in that world. You're so immersed in that world,
though. You want it to look like Fortnite.
Yeah, you want to be in the world. You want to live in Red Dead Redemption.
Just find out.
You want to be the cowboy, and you want to bathe and shoot people.
I'm going to search.
So you think it's guys that are just they're playing the game, and maybe a significant other is doing things to them? What's your?
I don't know.
Sure.
I'm not investigate. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out right now.
Find out right now.
There's video results are Fortnite porn, Fortnite calamity, Fortnite hentai.
Okay.
Fortnite cosplay.
Okay.
So it's just.
So it's just
I'm just gonna go Fortnite.
Maybe it's various themes within that.
No, this is characters from Fortnite getting fucked. Yeah.
With exaggerated genitalia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, exaggerated for you. Probably not. I mean, it depends who you're using as a reference.
It's a jump off.
No, but this one, 18-year-old gamer girl gets cream pied while playing Fortnite.
Like the dream is that this beautiful girl is playing the game that you love.
That's what I'm saying. What I was saying, and I guess what I was trying to get to, is the fact that Twitch has opened this world up of obviously there's gay, trans, straight, all types of gamers, but like the gamer girl phenomenon where these dudes who have been essentially playing video games alone in isolation for years all of a sudden realize that there's this
beautiful woman has the same interest
girls
as me,
and they become these huge video game stars. So I thought, to me in my mind, that maybe there was something in the fetishizing of this is a girl who likes video games and also likes sex and wants to have sex with guys who play video games versus I'm obsessed with this booby character that I want to see take its clothes off. But it seems as though there's maybe equal temper,
equal parts for all.
It's very balanced.
Yeah,
I'll be getting into these later.
Yes,
deeply into them. But yeah, I guess a lot of Fortnite characters getting demolished.
And by sexual,
if you will,
demolished. Oh wow!
So
I was lucky enough to tune into the CW to watch the televised 87th annual Hollywood Christmas Parade.
Yeah, we were supposed to.
To
be there this year.
Of course,
we thought we'd be hosting.
Nancy O'Dell was the Grand Marshal. It was supposed to be originally.
Yeah, it's fine.
2019.
There was just some scheduling conflict. It got to get
hiccup.
Yeah.
Right now, we are in the historic Author Services building on Hollywood Boulevard, and we are here in the celebrity VIP green room with a pirate from L. Ron Hubbard's novel Under the Black Ensign. And then there's a Scientologist actor dressed up as some sort of Jack Sparrow-ish pirate. Aye, Captain Tom Bristol, doing it about that well, essentially.
It wasn't bad.
Thank you. I even appear in the parade as a giant balloon. That's all. And then cut right back to the boulevard, and here is that balloon.
A Bristol balloon.
And here comes Jonathan. Tom Bristol coming down, celebrating his 10th anniversary in the parade. Under the Black Ensigns, one of the 80 books and the stories from the Golden Age series. And here he came. I said to myself, it's been an entire decade I've been seeing this. My old dog, Tom Bristol.
Is it the same guy?
The float, this enormous float.
What about the one dressed up as him?
No, they never done him. He was just, this year we got a live action version. They wanted to really maybe we'll do some anime next year. Possibly. Subs or dubs. Fetishized subs or dubs. That's Captain Tom Bristol getting demolished by the John Travolta character from
Battlefield Earth.
From Battlefield
an
Earth.
Enormous fucking tentacle dick.
Wow, it's 17 tentacle dicks are wrapped around Captain Tom Bristol. Aye! Masterson. So I saw that float and I said to myself, 10 years. You've been doing this for 10 years, huh? You've been slipping this bad boy in for a decade. And no one's the wiser. Clydesdales and Jerry Mathers, Leave It to Beaver, and you just, for 10 years, you just been dipping it right through. Like totally normal. Clapping. Waving at something that no one has
ever heard of.
Waving at it. Waving. That's from the, sorry.
You know,
that's, it's one of the 80 books from the Stories of the Golden Age series. Yeah, I read
I thought
for
it was
60. I thought that was the 56 book, Under the Black Ensign. Captain Tom Bristol. 10 years, duping us good. So that is just a thing, and it's just accepted as fact, and it's okay. And we'll move on, and we'll see what happens.
Is it like well, they don't pay taxes, right? So they don't need it as like a write-off. They don't need to take a loss on the Hollywood parade.
Want to everyone to and wave. I love that series.
It's insane. Oh, the Golden Age.
Oh my
series?
God! I've read, I think, almost 60.
I'm almost there.
I'm gonna listen to the last 20, but I read the first 60. Such a good series. It's a really swashbuckling series. Got epaulets right here, and that means that I'm a doctor or a priest. I'm something. Come on this boat with me. It's called the Free Winds. It's fine. Watching the Scientology Network. Welcome to the Free Winds. You know what the Free Winds does? The Sea Org goes out. The ship is, in terms of technology, it's absolutely state of the art.
The Free Winds?
The Free Winds. But what separates it is that not only is the training that you have the most incredible modern technology, they're also schooled in the basics of, they're literally at a ship that you and I could get to fucking, can we go to the Dominican Republic just on water? We could get there ourselves with this fucking thing. We would just call somebody and be like, I'm standing in front of this.
Just be like, press the third
button,
button, you'll be there in 2 days.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. And they have guys with the old timey yes, I'm looking out. What are you doing? Got it. Oh, shit. What's that sea monster?
Land ahoy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Spinning compasses and just yes, I got my maps.
He loved that shit.
Looking out at the stars
yeah.
Is that the Big Dipper? No, there's no stars anymore. Fucking. So, yeah, I think they end up somewhere they're in the Caribbean, because I think that's the only place that they can they're allowed to dock.
Yeah.
And they pull in, and there was going to be a riot as the people protested the government. Then they handed out 100,000 books
Dianetics.
ways to living, people, ways to happiness.
Quelled the riots.
Yeah, the riots were quelled. Flash quelled the riots from beyond the grave. Wow. So it's really they slip into the Caribbean where they're allowed legally to be there for a minute. They're probably scurried away. You probably don't see that. Maybe they're just allowed to you can come in and I don't know, buy some shot glasses at the fucking gift shop. Get the fuck back out there. That's fine, because the stars will guide us back home. To where? Hollywood?
You're
not allowed here. You're allowed in the parade. You're certainly allowed in the parade.
It's fascinating.
It's like sponge in the window, so it's all coming out. 2019 is going to get transparent.
It's going to get very, very, very clear.
You got skeletons? You best move. Get out now. If you're doing shit that you've been trying to do, but you got any skeletons, just stop doing what you're doing. If you're in a band and you got skeletons, quit the band. It'd be best for everyone to not find out, you know?
Yeah, let the band go on.
Let the band go on. They can replace you, drummer man. Actors, just get out now. Quit your shows. Musicians, out. Novelists, done. Podcasters, please, out. Just stop, because it'll be so much more embarrassing, you know, because it's 2019. It's really coming out. I mean, literally no more. The hackers have it all. So if you have it, if you've searched it, you might as well get ahead of it now. Yeah, I searched it. That was me. I fucking searched it. Okay. I searched it.
What can you do?
What?
I mean...
You got me.
You
got me.
I keep thinking it's going to leave some giant opening for us to we'll take over like a daytime talk show or something like on television. All of a sudden we'll be like
talk
from like 11 to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
like Seth and I are
syndicated. This is amazing. It's like a health show. It's a roundtable discussion.
Harper's Index. 1 out of every 4 U.S. cell phones were not successfully reached by the inaugural test by FEMA of the Wireless Emergency Alert System. That's the WEA. That happened back in October.
Did you get that? Do you remember getting that?
I don't remember.
Okay. I would have remembered this. Look at it. That looks pretty official. It says presidential alert.
I believe I received it.
Okay. Got angry. What did it say?
It says presidential alert. This is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed. And it just shows up like an Amber Alert.
Okay.
So I had received this past week. This is not funny, but hopefully what I'm sharing.
Oh, the silver alert.
I got a silver alert, which I've never gotten before.
I was at a party, and I was like the only one that was just like standing there, the only one who didn't get it. So I couldn't.
So I screenshotted the silver alert, and I texted it to Jesus, and I said, just checking to see if you're okay.
Oh, you are right. Amazing.
He was so mad.
So mad.
Not funny, because obviously there's a real person, and
super funny, because
super
Jesus
funny.
needs to be checked.
But I did write him that, and he just wrote "fuck off."
Well, yeah,
but
that's when
I've never seen an elderly silver alert.
Everybody at this holiday, Feliz Navidad party, pulled their phones out, were like silver alert, and I thought, well, that's how I can be of no service.
Yeah.
So
well, that's been that way for a long time.
But
with
what if there was an emergency? I guess it wouldn't matter. I would just, if there was a real emergency and
like a
even
tsunami?
If I was 1 in 4 people aren't getting it on their phone, 1 in 1 person without a phone ain't gonna get it. But then everyone would just be like, the same way that I don't need a watch because I just say, hey, what time is it to anyone, and they tell you. But
that's if you're out in the world. The problem is everyone gets it.
But wouldn't it would come on my TV? Wouldn't it? Oh, maybe not.
But you're always watching things.
Right.
You're watching fucking DVR.
Shit.
So you'd be stuck here by yourself. No one's gonna think, let me call Seth on his home phone.
His landline,
make sure that he got this.
That it's happening.
Silver alert.
It's the happening's happening.
So yeah, you could be fucked.
So well, what about these 1 in 4 people that have phones?
You could be left behind.
I could get left behind during the happening. That movie that they wrote, it's called The Happening, and everybody gets left behind except Kirk Cameron and Seth and Jonathan. And it's really weird. How about this movie, Bird Box, with Sandra Bullock? It's going to be on Netflix, 2018, American post-apocalyptic thriller, screenplay by Eric Heiserer, based on the 2014 novel of the same name by Josh Mallerman. Josh Mallerman was in the band The High Strung. I don't know. The premise of this movie, which comes out on Netflix on December 21st, is a soon-to-be mother, Mallory Shannon, receives news that a mass rate of hysteria and suicide is spreading across the country, but something more sinister proves to be in progress. So what do you need? Things have to be sinister. It's got to be post-apocalyptic. Done. Sinister, or you're out. I won't read it. What's the log line? Are you post-apocalyptic? Yes. Are you sinister? I'm listening.
Preferably musical.
Oh, well, a musical, yeah. I mean, John and I were going to make
preferably with dance numbers.
Yeah. Musical, given. We just found out that League of Their Own is the highest-grossing baseball movie of all time. We know that musicals, La La Land, Bohemian Rhapsody, Greatest Showman. Jonathan and I are writing a movie called The Black Sox. It's about the scandal in the 20s. It's a musical, period piece, baseball musical.
Yeah.
Shoeless Joe has a number that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote. Oscar, Grammy, thank you, money. Your movie sucked. Yeah, it made like $497 million, like overseas.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because the baseball players, like, instead of sliding into second, they stop and they sing. And then it cuts to the stands, and the old-timey guys take their hats off, and they sing. And then money reigns, and money. Sorry, let me get back to this. After her older sister, Jessica, succumbs to, quote, the problem, Mallory learns from a group of survivors that the problem is an evil, otherworldly entity that possesses the ability to become a victim's worst fear and then drive them to the point of insanity, eventually forcing them to commit suicide. That sounds like a lot. When she loses contact with this group, Mallory must make it her mission to guide her young children through a forest and down a river in order to make it to a windowless safe haven. Because the problem can only take a form if it's seen, the journey has to be done blindfolded. So that's why it's like in the poster, she's got a little kid and she's blindfolded. But it's like, didn't A Quiet Place already came out this year and you couldn't like... A movie already came out this year where you had one of the senses, you couldn't make any noise. And so you released a movie like a month later, but you can't see.
They were already making it though. So they
but it's real stupid because I have a movie coming out next month where like you can't smell anything or they get you, and so I have the whole movie is everyone's with their noses cut off walking around. Ooh, it's a post-apocalyptic thriller. In the musical, in the baddies, if you can smell them, you die. So everyone has to cut off their noses and their tongues because you can't taste them and they jump in your mouth. If you can taste them, I taste this guy, dead. So it's a world of tongueless, noseless people. It stars Jennifer Lawrence. Academy Award blacklist, thank you. A movie came out this year. The whole premise was the people couldn't make a fucking peep because these monsters have hypersensitive hearing. Your movie came out later where if you see the things... You die, so you go blindfolded. But a movie already came out this year where one of the senses was the whole main thing. And there's only 5 senses, I think. So there's only 3 more movies left.
In the world.
You guys had to have been real bummed when you found out about A Quiet Place. And everyone was like, this movie's like so good. And you're like, oh, fuck, because our movie sucks. That's why it's going to Netflix. Fuck.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't intended for Netflix in the first place.
Oh, that movie came out in theaters and made all the money? Ooh, we're fucked. Because our movie, what is their movie? Is ears? Oh, ours is eyes. It's fine.
It's totally different.
It's totally different.
Wait, though, did the other one make a lot of money?
Made all the money.
It did.
It's good.
You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw
Well,
it.
people get mad. They say it's not good. I liked it.
You saw it, though.
Oh, yeah, I saw that shit.
In a movie theater?
In a theater.
Because you love that dude. You love Peter Cranston or whatever his name is.
Love Peter Cranston. Love him.
What's his name?
Peter Cranston from Boston. I'm contractually obligated to see all movies starring anybody from Massachusetts. I have to. It's just part of the... Yeah. When you move out here from Massachusetts, you sign a contract.
You get a visa.
You get a mass visa. And so anyone born in Massachusetts, you're obligated to like support them.
Yeah.
So you made a movie, but the eyes and then but they had the ears but mine had the...
But they got Bullock. So I mean,
they got Bullock.
That changes things.
It changes things because mine's the nose. So give me a movie with the nose. Can't smell the creature. Well, then cut your nose off. Problem solved.
The post-apocalyptic thing...
It's hot. It's always hot.
But it's
red
super
hot.
played out.
But last year we did the blacklist and all the movies where it was last year they're all space. Everything was space.
Right.
All space. Maybe we're back down here because we're all feeling very...
yeah, that's what it is. I think maybe
on the runways, all the clothes I'm seeing have like 90 pockets for your like flares and knives. We're in a very survivalist mode. Yeah. So I think for 2019, other than our baseball musical...
Which is going to kill.
Dog. When Shoeless Joe, when they approached him, when the gamblers, the mobsters... And he sings that song of lament, like, I don't want to cheat.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman is just like singing.
Just cheat.
But I have to cheat. And we're just like, wow, this movie is so bad. And it's making so much money. Good idea, guys.
It's a great idea.
A great idea. It's amazing. Ryan Gosling, he'll be like some pitcher or something. I must pitch a strike, but a ball is what they want. Your movie sucks. I know. It won Best Picture.
Speaking of entertainment, Peak TV reached a new peak.
Whoa.
Hollywood produced a record number this year of original scripted television shows.
Oh, boy.
Now, TV is the term has expanded.
It's a pejorative. It's loose.
But between online,
Okay.
pay cable,
Yes.
basic cable,
Okay.
and broadcast television,
TV.
the number of original scripted TV shows was 495
For this year. 500 shows.
So that's 500
year.
hours
Scripted.
weekly, right? Probably, for the most part.
Say.
Let's just say.
Well, just look at it as because you got to do the whole show. So just like you have 500 to choose from this year of scripted shows. Good luck. Oh, I love TV. I love to watch. We have 500.
Here's
Good luck.
500.
There's 500 of them. The rest of my life? Oh, so they made 500, and I have the rest of my life to watch 30 of them. No, there's 500. You have 2 months to watch 400 of them. A good day.
Yeah.
Or what are you going to do? Where are you going to be? I mean, listen, I'm at a holiday party. I'm the only one without a phone. The whole place is in the middle talking about a fucking silver alert. And then 47 different shows come up out of these 500, and I'm just in the corner. What am I going to do? So why go out? You know? I don't know any of the elderly people that are gone. I've seen none of the shows that they're talking about. So what am I doing over here?
I don't know.
And that's why you watch them.
So you can talk
So
about
you
them
can
at
talk about them
parties?
at the water cooler at a party. What else? You're not watching them for you. Why do you eat food? You eat food, take a picture of it, and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
Well, I mean, I'm really out of the mix. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, it's 500. I mean, they was saying some Netflix wants to make about 100 movies for next year. Really? Do you?
But people get like angry at me when I tell them I don't watch things.
Oh, you don't watch? They get so pissed at you.
They get like mad at me.
Oh, they hate you. They think that you're like being rude to them and the creators of the show. They get super pissed. You haven't watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? You fucking sick fucking fascist.
I don't understand.
They get pissed at you.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't watch Glow?
It's
When people found out you didn't watch Glow, they were
They
like,
got-
what a fucking misogynistic
What a little
fuck.
hater.
What a hater. You sexist fucking pig.
it's weird.
Yeah. You got a lot of work to do.
That's definitely true. That's no doubt true for me and my all sorts of
You have
areas.
500 shows. You watch Grownish?
Which one is that?
It's from Blackish. What? Which one is it? It's Grownish. It's the spinoff from Blackish.
It's called Grownish.
Well, I haven't watched Grownish or Blackish. Well, you're fucking racist. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
500 shows. Come on. Come on.
But Blackish isn't that for white people?
Meaning
Everyone's like, this isn't a show for this isn't a show about black people for black people. This is a show about black people for white people.
Oh, I don't think so.
But I've never seen it, so I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a show for everyone.
Well, I know that. Obviously, it's supposed to be, but that it's not like this isn't good. Like this isn't right. Am I not? I think I'm talking about that one.
It's on ABC.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
You think of the Goldbergs?
No, that's about.
Because I think they tried to do a spinoff on that too, and then that one didn't go. Or no, that was The Middle. Because The Middle got a spinoff and that didn't go. The Goldbergs is getting a spinoff. It's very difficult. You have to watch every ABC show, and then you got to watch the show of the spinoff of the show. So it's very difficult.
It's
500 shows.
but it's also all pretty bad, right?
Well, it's all garbage.
I mean, Goldberg's was.
Everything that exists is garbage. Jonathan, there's 500 TV shows.
I mean,
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Jonathan, Netflix said we're going to release 95 movies next year. How many movies did you see this year? 3?
3, 4.
Well, next year you have to see 95 on Netflix
much less.
without going to a movie theater. So you've got to ramp up your output about 850% just at home. And we're not even talking about TV shows anymore. We're back on to movies.
Not talking
Now we're
about a
on back on
multiplex
movies.
or
No,
television.
just from home, 95 on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. But back in the theater,
5.
we're going to drop about 300. So you got to dip about
And then-
150 of those. But forget about TV. There's 500 shows on TV. And okay. All right then. And then they told me Stranger Things cost $7 million an episode, and I'm just like, I can't. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I could go to a thrift store and just buy the clothes for $50 and remake that here, and it would be as good. I'd turn the lights down. I would go to a thrift store, dress the kids up in a fucking Pac-Man sweatshirt, and have them be like, I don't know what's happening. And then someone else would say, I don't know what's happening. It would cost $1,000. It's $7 million. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? These kids are 11 and you've never heard of them, so they make about $100 an episode. So it's not as if
I don't think that's not the case anymore.
Oh, wait, now it's like...
because they're like, they can't.
I'm Millie Bobby Brown. I make $1.2 million an episode. Maybe that's it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Is Barb still around?
Who's Barb?
Barb was the one with the glasses. Or she died? She died in the pool or something?
She's around, but not in the.
She got a spinoff?
Not in the physical sense.
She has a spinoff.
She has a spinoff.
Barb's Place.
Yeah, from the.
She runs a bed and breakfast in Vermont.
Straight from the Upside Down.
Direct. Yeah, it takes place in the 90s. She's running a bed and breakfast. Live from the Upside Down. It's the after show. Talking Barb. What? ESPN Outside the Lines did a little investigative reporting. Stadium concessions behind the counter. I'm going to tell you from what I watched, you don't want to get food at a sporting event at a stadium. Let's just
proceed so good.
Proceed with that.
It's so yummy.
But from what I saw...
And it's priced so well.
Its price point's perfect.
You don't want to get anything or just things that... You don't want to get perishables?
Bagged peanuts,
but possibly, not a hot dog. Because I love those park hot dogs.
The park dog.
I love me a
for 11.
Park dog for
Throw
11.
a beer on there for 9.
Why not?
High volume. Because it's just. I mean, the game lasts this long. There's 75,000 people there. They're all eating. So you got just a few places. High volume, and we're talking fast pace. We're talking about things are moving.
A lot of things under the nail bed.
A lot of things under the nail bed. A lot of dogs dropping onto the floor. Oh, hit my foot. Almost saved it.
No big deal.
You can't kick the dog back off the foot, drop it in the bun. It's just, let's just say stadiums are open, right? And so things that are, let's say in a restaurant, at least at night, you close the door. Stadiums, I guess doors close, but they're open.
For the most part.
For the most part, rats. For the most part, rodents. So at least with restaurants, things kind of close. They have a roof. Some stadiums don't have roofs, so like birds come in and they shit on your dog. Ferrets, badgers. I don't know what else. I don't know animals, but let's just say don't get food. Don't get beverages. Don't want to look at what's in there.
Don't get fountain.
Don't. You want sealed Dasanis and bagged peanuts.
That's it.
And the bagged peanuts, they've been there for
a long time.
I mean,
they bought them when they opened the stadium. They still haven't
in 1978.
Still haven't gotten through that first.
They're like, this is weird. I don't know this company.
But no, I can't have the dogs.
You cannot have the dog.
That sucks.
Or the nachos.
That sucks.
Yes, those jalapenos. Where'd you find those? I don't know. In there. Where's in there? I don't know. Scoop it, bloop it. Scoop it and bloop it, Jim. Yeah, so remember that. That means concerts. That means any event inside of a stadium. You shouldn't be eating
at a concert. You're allowed to eat at a sporting event. You're not allowed to get a hot dog at a concert.
Like Taylor Swift, just like... just eat a hot dog? What's wrong? Hey, pass me those nachos. I love T Swift. Yeah, I guess you're right. You can eat. I never thought of it that. You're not allowed to eat at a concert.
That's weird.
Okay. Man, Fleetwood Mac is killing it. Oh, fucking shit. That's nacho cheese. My turquoise.
No.
Sporting event.
All good.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
But don't do it.
But don't do it.
But you can't bring your own food. They don't let you.
Oh, they don't let you bring anything in.
So what do you do?
Yes.
You eat. You eat outside.
Got a pre-pro.
You got a tailgate.
I guess you tailgate. I guess.
I mean, the thing already takes 6 hours to do without the tailgating. So you're talking about a 12-hour journey to deal with.
I mean, you could tailgate.
Getting early, setting up your fucking
You could tailgate at
crock pot.
tailgate at Lincoln Financial Field. That's the home of the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess they claimed to have won the Super Bowl last year. Give it about a month and a half. That's over. I was watching some footage of their owner, Jeffrey Lurie. He wanted to go out like with the Eagles fans. I own this team. Hey, everybody. This is me and Bradley Cooper. We're real people. Let me look at you. We're real people. Let me look at you, fans. Playing cornhole. Goes up, grabs the bag, takes the cornhole bag, and whoop, throws it overhead. That's how you do it, right? Yep. That's how you do it, owner, man.
They play cornhole in the parking lot?
They play cornhole everywhere.
There.
The church.
In Philadelphia, you mean? Or you mean all over the world?
all over the world. I mean,
Really?
Yeah. You walk into any fucking Roman Catholic church, they're playing cornhole, like crucifix
didn't
instead of a
know that.
circle. Picked it up.
Get it.
I'm a real person, man. Fan guy person. Really?
Oh, well.
Get it? And this, how do you do it? Eagles! Sorry, I'm just a little, I want to get back. A lot of things going on right now. It's an amazing thing. Football is very compact. September, October, November, December. Playoffs in January. First weekend in February, I win the Super Bowl. It's not fucking basketball, which will be going on like on the 4th of July. They'll still be playing. Hockey, it's like these sport. I mean, it's bad enough the people that don't like sports have to be, it must be so annoying to be like, I don't want to fucking hear about that. At least it's slightly compact.
But I don't think in the other sports you hear about them as much as you do about football.
You don't?
No.
Just in general?
Not even close.
Oh, okay. You think just in terms of just...
Football fans are the worst.
Okay, you think they're worse than the other fans? So
100%.
You have to hear it more.
You hear about it.
Okay.
You can avoid...
You can avoid basketball and baseball and hockey?
Nobody's talking about fucking baseball
I guess
unless
you
it's
can,
all
like,
dudes at a bar. If you're at a Dodgers bar.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's summertime. I guess they're playing baseball now? Is there a baseball game?
You don't hear about that.
Yeah, there's a baseball game.
Football, it's like...
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Everyone has to deal with the New England Patriots. You can't get away from them.
So you can't even get away from Tom Brady even if you just don't live in New England. He's in your face.
Every fucking day.
Good point.
Every day of your life.
So you live in Alabama. Someone still comes up to you in Starbucks and is like, Brady.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? I'm like a middle school teacher. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know if I think there's a trade-off there.
So shortened season, more compact, but it's
unavoidable.
Unavoidable.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm pretty sure.
Good point.
And possibly because of the shortness of it, you couldn't possibly sustain that kind of mania for 6 months of the year.
It has to
for
be
120 fucking games or whatever the fuck basketball is now.
Yeah.
The fact that it is such a finite, but also the fact that it's football, and I think it makes Americans in particular feel a certain type of way that maybe other sports don't.
Get in their feelings. You guys feel a certain type of way about this, don't you?
Yeah, they get pretty fucking serious about it.
Yeah, they throw their bodies around the living room.
They get crazy.
They yell.
They fight. They
gotta
drink
fight
a lot.
Paint faces.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of that in every sport, but I think this one is unique in its
exuberance.
In its exuberance.
Violence.
And
what you mean?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with that. I think it has something to do with the perceivable sort of gladiator type, violent
military.
It's got all that stuff.
All of it.
Hockey obviously has violence, but you have to be able to understand the game a little bit to understand what's happening there. So that's no fun.
Not really much to understand.
I know, but
guys get mad. They drop their sticks and then they punch each other.
Yeah,
so it's boxing, except they're on skates. It's much harder. It's boxing on skates.
Yeah, I mean, I think it taps into something in a lot of people that makes them crazy about it. It seems.
Well, how come it's not trending on Pornhub?
Football?
Yeah,
I'm sure there's
must be some sort of niche fetish. So you're watching the game while a beautiful woman,
I would say,
dressed in the regalia of your team, is blowing you.
100% of that.
So there's that.
Definitely.
While a pizza is being delivered, like what else?
I would just say that maybe because it's spread out. It's
the
spread out.
Pink Dot delivery person is delivering everything you ordered, while the beautiful woman who is dressed in, I guess, your favorite player's jersey.
What about your least favorite player and the team you hate?
Oh, you want to take it. You always take it that way, don't you?
What do I?
You do.
I don't mean to do that.
Okay. So you mean in a more like, okay, I'm with you. So the knock on the door is not a woman wearing a Dak Prescott jersey. She's wearing like a Ben Roethlisberger jersey, and she's like knocked on my door and peeking in. Urgh. Yeah. Oh boy.
I hate the world.
I love the world.
I mean, I love the world. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
I think you meant you loved it.
Bismarck, North Dakota, the Drug Enforcement Administration has reported a drastic jump in methamphetamine seizures in North Dakota this year. This is a trend that local law enforcement agencies are also seeing. The DEA seized nearly 62 pounds of meth in North Dakota for the fiscal year of 2018. 62 pounds, which ended on the fiscal year ended on September 30th. And the federal law enforcement agencies seized just about 3 pounds in the state the year before. Now, South Dakota had about 8 pounds seized in 2017 and 26 pounds seized in 2018. Local and big jump.
That's a big jump.
Local and state law enforcement have probably seized an equal amount, if not more, said Ken Solik, an assistant special agent at the DEA's Minneapolis office. Solik attributed the spike in North Dakota meth seizures to an increase in the drug supply, with the primary source coming from Mexican cartels distributing through Minnesota to the Dakotas. North Dakota Attorney General Wayne Stenigim added that the price of meth has dropped significantly and that the drug's purity level is dangerous.
All right. It's like getting back to basics almost.
Dog.
You know?
You want that shit?
Because the fucking heroin, the
Did
fentanyl, you don't know what you're getting into.
You did it. Yeah?
Kind of accidentally. A couple times.
Accidentally meaning you thought it was cocaine? Or not accidentally at all?
Let's say slightly accidentally, allegedly.
You ever smoke it?
Yeah, listen.
You ever shoot it?
Let me tell you about the 90s.
I don't know if I've ever done it except maybe cut in ecstasy or something like that. Or cut into cocaine.
What you really want, you want to get away from the heroin. This is a problem.
The heroin.
Opiates. We've seen it's a problem. So you want to take it back to a simpler time. You know? You want to get back
A methier time.
a simpler, methier time. It's just like everything you see in the news, what the pharmaceutical companies have done, what is happening to this country. You don't want to be any part of that. You want to go simple, back to basics, brass tacks, nuts and bolts.
I think it's safe to say that meth is, although can wreak havoc on a person and their loved ones, it's less fatal, right?
I don't know. I know you get more work done, and that is great.
It's less fatal.
Let's say they're equally fatal.
They're not.
Okay.
There's nothing more fatal
than heroin.
Than
Opiates.
fentanyl. I mean, it would seem like.
But what's one? You're on the couch for 6 hours, hunched over. I feel great. The other one, the place is
immaculate.
Fucking immaculate. The neighbor's house.
But it's not.
It isn't?
No, because then it's because
you think it's spotless.
But what it is really you've just like erected like pyramid piles of like
the books
garbage
into an Anunnaki pyramid totem.
I mean,
like whoa,
what goes on out there?
Okay.
I mean, that's a lot of that is manifesting in people's homes, not just on the streets. These trash life piles that people create on meth. I mean, that's what's happening inside of homes.
I can't tell. You been in their home? You watch live PD episode? You been in anyone's homes?
It's insanity.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
There's times I thought, it must be.
I wanted to
repeat.
I'm sure.
No, it's not. You're not watching
You're just watching live PD.
You're watching current version of live PD.
I have a special feeling inside of me when watching Hoarders.
Doing meth. I mean,
I think I've tapped into the fact that I'm preoccupied with it and I'm affected by it. Maybe having watched it with other people, I see other people watch it, and I see them go through the same stages with watching the show that I do, except they don't like make crazy noises and stuff like I do.
Yeah, you really like.
I think the reason is because
expelling demons.
I think I possess a bit of these these traits in a way that
Don't we all?
I feel the potential for something like this that I identify in a way that it's so off-putting, and yet there's some type of empathy that maybe I share with seeing the people and how they've gotten
don't
into
have
this
that.
state.
Don't
and
have
there's
that.
other people who just don't relate,
No.
and it's just like a pimple popping video. Yeah. All they want to see is the trash truck come and all of it gets swept away, and they're like, whereas I like see it and I'm like, yeah, because I'm like there with them sort of. Now, digital hoarding, I believe, is something that probably hasn't.
What's this? What is what?
Well, in the same way that one could hold on to physical objects,
DVDs.
I believe that people are doing the same thing in the realm of computers.
I have 17,000 movies, digital movies.
And so,
okay.
So not only that, but like for me,
how many songs you got?
There's music. There's music I'll never listen to. There's music I don't care about. There's music that was digitized at a time when the technology was bad enough that the quality, the fidelity isn't good. On top of that, I made music on a computer for the last 20 years of my life. I have jumped from computer to computer, from hard drive to hard drive. I have a insatiable issue, or not insatiable, that's not the right word. I have a problem that even though I've moved from one computer to another and copied everything at the time that I copied over that I thought was essential, that I believe I have missed something back there. So I've held on to all of the computers I've ever used. Even though I've transferred everything necessary from one to the other.
There could be a song on there. There could be the one song you thought you had. That's
not only that,
you're imagining.
I have the same duplicate files. I copied from one to another. I took that one to another computer in order to avoid exactly what you're saying. There may be a song on there. So even though I've taken the precautions necessary in order to make sure that if for some reason I ever want to tap back into a recording session that Amir and I did in 2009, that I have that, I still keep the old ones somehow in fear that maybe it's not there, even though I know it's there. Does that make sense?
Is there a time?
So not only have I hoarded, I hoard the...
Is it too much to do one pass through all the way through to get the definitive answer?
It's too much. It's too much. It's not too much for a normal person. It's too much for me because you'll
get a hiccup on that first.
I just start listening and looking.
It's a good beat.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it was productive, even it's mostly just. It's just I start going through it, and then I've lost perspective on what's here and what's there. But I mean, my music library of actual other people's music is I've got a massive library that is in. It's not only in disarray. I've got multiple copies of it that do me no good whatsoever.
Yeah,
and then my own personal.
That's not going to affect you in the same negative way than if it was, let's say, every single one of those was a physical album or CD or 8-track.
I wouldn't say that it affects me the same way, but think about if you are trying to make your way. Let's just say, think about what it does for my workflow.
Okay.
For my musical mind, it creates a million places I can find myself trapped, a million places I can look when I'm looking for inspiration rather than just making something new.
All right.
It gives me a bajillion options to keep myself in this stasis of just infinitely mulling over what's already been created, and now it's amassed into this in duplicate form to where it's not exactly the same, but it's virtually the same. And I can now fire up an old drive and be like, oh, but see, I didn't have that. So if I didn't have that, that means there's probably a bunch of other files I didn't have because at the time I didn't care. But now looking back on it, I actually really thought.
Yeah.
And I'll say this fucking show hasn't helped either.
No.
Because I have 700 hours
691
of
hours?
the show, but again, I have versions of the show that I've copied from one to the other. I have some fantasy that at some point somebody was going to want to put all of them in the
want
Smithsonian.
those 1,000, yes. Give me
But
those 1,000.
not just the show themselves, because I've put music that we don't own the copyrights to on the show. I'm convinced that the Smithsonian is going to say we'd love to put these shows.
We'd love to put these 1,000
but
shows in.
unfortunately, there's a song on it that we can't.
Yes.
So I have the original files that
Raspberry
I can go
Beret.
in and get rid of all the songs.
Just
so
so
I have
Prince
kept,
can't fucking sue us.
It's
the estate of Prince, excuse me.
It's
Sorry.
absolutely fucking crazy.
Mind-boggling. I love it.
And I was like, oh, I'm a digital hoarder. I'm a digital hoarder. And I guarantee you
There's our
that
fucking A&E show right there.
digital hoarding.
Digital hoarders.
E-hoarder.
E-hoarder.
I'm telling you.
And people just go
You're
through
going to 888-842-2357. You're going to get people calling you, and because you don't care. And you don't care. It's not that you don't care. You don't. I mean, even you have a bit of it, but you don't have the wherewithal. But when you look at this, if you imagine if all that you created, searched, and did existed only on that computer, imagine what a matrix that would be.
I wouldn't like that.
What a fucking mandala
I wouldn't like that
would be.
I wouldn't be able to.
So I mean, there's something absolutely paralyzing about what I have at this point. And it does have a physical form. There are computers. There are hard drives.
Yeah.
There are out-of-date systems I can't
It
even
almost
fire
gets
up.
worse as the technology gets better because it gets even smaller, and then
it
you
feels
never,
like,
how
oh,
are you
it's
gonna
no big
find it?
deal. But
There's
it's
2,100 songs on this. Find it. I can't.
so I have
Digital
been going
hoarder,
through
A&E,
it.
that's going to be.
I've been going
that's gonna be
through
so good.
trying to become cutthroat about it, and I started destroying drives.
Let me start. Like back in the.
Copying what I wanted and literally physically destroying the drive that it used to be on, because it's like this. You can't have this anymore. You can't have it.
You're Mr. Robot.
And it's not anything that's. I mean, I would give it to to charity if I thought it was worthwhile. But these things are so antiquated that it's like, no, I don't want to burden you with this like ancient
There
technology.
should be some dope beats though. You should give them like.
It's sick, and that's the other thing. There's no good music, because if there was good music, I would have finished it and made it.
Okay.
I didn't finish it because it wasn't good.
Fuck. Beep 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 boop, and it should have gone. Bloop bloop. Like that.
I finished my book though.
See?
Went home that night after we talked
Like,
about
you
the
know
fact
what?
that I don't like things finished. I finished it.
Finished it. Put that down. Snorted some meth. Put the rest of The Office on. Snorted some meth. Fucking look at me. I'm in the Dakotas, and I've seen and watched everything.
So I don't know,
you're in.
man.
2019, digital hoarder, A&E.
E-hoarding.
E-hoarding. Can we use the word E? I don't think you can use E anymore. Is it?
What, because of ecstasy?
Yeah, just because of like it's very 90s.
Passe.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, that could be.
It's all zeros and ones, man. Digi-hoarder.
It really is. Yeah, dude. America through the eyes of two American Americans. This is episode 691 of our podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Come back for episode 692. Yeah, call the voicemail 888-842-2357. If you're an e-hoarder, share your stories. It's like at the end, we have a number like e-hoarding is a serious thing. You can call this hotline. We can help you if can't help anybody with anything. Your girl Marie Kondo, she's
got a
tidying
show.
up on Netflix.
She's got a
on
show.
New Year's Day. So that's
cleaning up is what she's doing. Making some money.
It's fantastic. But
When does it come out?
I think on January 1st. I think. But
That's how I'm starting.
Even
That's how I'm kicking off my new year.
It's perfect, but it's all very. It's almost already so pretty. Like when you're pimple popping, like when you're watching the 12 Pops of Christmas, that special that Dr.
Didn't know
Lee had.
that's awesome.
Oh man!
But what are you saying?
It's hard to rein something in from so hardcore to something. This will be more
Well,
more
I mean,
gentle
I'm
and
saying you're talking
more
about
Queer Eye. It'll
you
be very
basically
sweet and-
you have to have already cured yourself of your hoarding if you can actually pick something up and say, how does
And
this
like-
make me feel? And if it makes you feel good, you keep it, and if it makes
Yeah.
you feel bad, you throw it away. That in essence,
Yeah.
you're already that means the problem within you is already fucking
done.
solved. You already have to be there to be there.
Yeah. And that
so
might be-
we're not talking about it.
That's
And
just-
but the same thing with the hoarding shows. I mean, they walk out of that fucking place, and 4 months later, it's
4
all
months?
brand. It's there's still dead rats and fucking TV dinners in there
12
6 months
feral
later.
cats
You don't
in
want to
there,
see
yeah.
that. It's more traumatic for the fucking people anyway because no one's addressing the fucking issues. Very rarely do you see a follow up where the person's like, "Oh, I started going to fucking like crazy
Great.
fuck hoarder therapy,
Yeah.
and I'm all good now."
Look at me. I'm great. I'm
no,
helping
it's like
others.
they're back to eating cat food. Fucking,
Yeah.
2 weeks later. So I mean, fuck, man, I don't know.
Yeah, this will
Can't
be a
help
very-
anyone with anything.
Can't help anyone with anything.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Honda
Honda days,
everybody.
It's going to be a December to remember, everybody.
Who makes that? That's Lexus.
How about a Peloton? Can you get me a Peloton?
What is a Peloton?
Christmas? Come on, baby.
Oh, the bike?
A Peloton.
Only if I can come over and use it.
The two of us on matching Pelotons.
What if we get 2 of them?
Done?
We do the show from our Pelotons.
Peloton.
We could even probably, because it's got the screen and the camera,
Probably
we could
just go
probably
right into it.
we could fucking stream them.
Killing it over there, dog. So anyway, did you see that new commercial? Like, come back for $6.92. Go to Patreon and as a for
Thank you to
for
us
end of the year
for all the hard work that we fucking
the
do.
cheer 2018 cheer and let's start 2019 out on a beautiful positive note and pledge for your friends. Keep this show ad free. We'll deal with the copyright issues in the Smithsonian at a later date, which we will be dealing with.
God willing.
When fucking Ween calls you and says, "Excuse me." Yeah. Go to the website, UhhYeahDude.com. You can click on the merch button there, and that's a way of helping us out and supporting us along with the Patreon. Tell a friend. Write a review on iTunes. Haven't asked that. You can go on there, and if you have a second at work, write in something nice about your friends. Get some rest and get prepared for 2019 because in terms of content and what they're going to be, just what Netflix alone is going to try to do to us.
We
It's
have to
gonna
be ready.
Amazon and Netflix will be the only 2 entities that exist. Anything that you need as a product in your life to live, you'll get on Amazon and it will be brought to you. And anything that you view for entertainment, you will get only from Netflix. So that's all there will be. Netflix will buy everything. They'll buy every movie studio and every network. It will just be that is where you go and stream that.
But what about, how do I get the food delivered? Can I get that? Can I get that through?
You'll get Amazon will do
They have to take over
They'll
that
just own
hot
every-
food delivery, right?
they will own everything. If something that you
Netflix should start doing pairings of food with whatever you're viewing.
so they can suggest a certain Slumdog Millionaire. Have you
wanna-
been to Parou's?
Yeah.
Put in this code. Put in the code Ganges. Get 10% off at Parou's. Jonathan.
Mango lassi. And
Yeah,
fucking-
$1 off. You did it again. God, this e-hoarder show is fucking scaring the shit out of me. Well, do you need a thumb drive? Is that a thing? Well, click on here. 25% off all thumb drives with code PrestonFuck.
Preston motherfucking fuck.
Come back for 692 seatbelts.
Seatbelts.